Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. If you've not been here before, a massive warm welcome to you, and if you have, welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate your support. It means so much to me. So today's video is a Try It Thursday. I'm going to be using the eyeshadow makeup golden bar for the very first time. It's been in my collection a while now, so it's certainly not a new palette, but it is new to me, and I want to come up with a look using that palette, and I just thought that you might be interested in it. There's probably 1,000 videos like this on YouTube by now because it is quite an older palette out there. So yeah, I just thought I would do it. So first of all, let's put this cute headband in. I love this headband, but it makes me think of Disneyland, and I get quite sad because I've not been in 8 years now nearly, so a trip definitely needs to be sorted out soon for that. Anyway, I'm just going to go and get the palette and then we'll obviously do the look. Right, so this is what the palette looks like, pretty much the same as all of the palettes, and like I said, it's the eyeshadow makeup golden bar. I went through this before, and what I realised is it's an all shimmer palette, so obviously that is going to make a huge difference on whether people buy it, because like myself, I don't really like palettes that I've got all shimmers in them. I prefer a mixture of shimmers and mattes, just like I don't like an all matte palette. So it's got one of those in, which we will take out just because I don't use them. I prefer to use my own brushes. The plastic's still in, so I can tell you the shades, but because I'm going to need transition shades and whatnot, I've pulled this out. This, as you know, is in my project pan. It's a Too Faced chocolate bar, and there are certain shades in here that I can use, obviously that the golden bar doesn't have. Like, it doesn't have a matte ivory shade. That's one of the project pan shades. That's white chocolate, and then it doesn't have a transition shade, which is another project pan eyeshadow, which is salted caramel. And then we'll just have a look at the others as we go along. I think that's the only ones, and I might use milk chocolate as well. It's not a project pan shade, but obviously I can use that to deepen out the crease. So yeah, we'll use both palettes. I really don't like doing this because it is a Try It Thursday, so now all I'm testing out really is the shimmer eyeshadows in the palette, and obviously I can use, like, what's it called, collection here as an inner corner highlight, or I can use chocolatier there. But what I've also noticed, I think when I pulled it for my Shop My Stash for this week, because it is an eyeshadow palette that I want to be working on this week, I've broken the clasp. The clasp no longer shuts, and I don't know if I want to keep that in my collection, because it's just going to break over time. So right, so of course we're going to be starting off with this one. Like I said, it's a Too Faced chocolate bar. I just need to put that plastic there so I don't lose it. And I'm just going to be starting off with white chocolate and using that as a base. Just all over the eyelid. I put concealer down already when I did my base makeup. Right, so that's that done, nice and simple. Then we're going to be going in with salted caramel, just as a transition shade. And I'm going to be using this bee brush. I really like this. I got this for Christmas. I'm just going to use my colour switch though, because I have been using it and I haven't washed it. Definitely need to wash my brushes very soon. But yeah, there's no colour left on that now. So let's go into salted caramel. I'm just going to be using my small Charlotte Tilbury mirror that I use all the time. I think I'm going to zoom in, then you can see what I'm doing. Oh, getting mixed up with the palettes now. It's a really nice shade that blends out really, really well. Look at how nice it was. I've not used this Too Faced chocolate bar in such a long time, guys. Definitely need to be using it. I think I'm going to use it next week. Try and get some progress done on the eyeshadows for my project pan, just because I've not been using it, and we're now nearly at the end of February, and obviously I've got to make some progress on the 6 eyeshadows I pulled in for the end of the year. I want to hit pan on at least 2 or 3 of them. I'd like to hit pan on all 6 really, but I don't know how realistic I am being, considering obviously I'm pulling other eyeshadow palettes and I want to test other eyeshadow palettes in the collection. I've got a heap of eyeshadow palettes that I just want to see if I want to declutter them yet, but I can't declutter them until I've used them. That would just be a waste. I think I am going to go into the deeper shade. What's it called? I can't remember. Milk chocolate. So yeah, that shade there. There. This isn't part of Project Pan, but I may as well try and get as much use as possible. Again, I'm just taking the colour off with my colour switch. They're really handy, these. Right, so I think I'm just going to do it in the outer corner and then kind of blend it into the crease. I think this is only going to be like a 4 eyeshadow look. It's not going to be a long video, I can't imagine. But I always say that, and they're always long videos. So I really do appreciate it if you do watch them. It means a lot. Right, and then I'm going to go back in with white chocolate just on the brow bone. So I haven't pulled that brush out. Normally I just use this brush here. It's quite good for like putting colour down there. And then it's just here. I don't like using a shimmer shade on the brow bone, so I just tend to normally use an ivory one like that, a cream shade. Right, so that's that, and I think that's everything from that palette, so I'll just get my plastic. Right, so I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what I'm going to be using out of this, so let's just have a look at the shades that are in here. They've got a lot of nice golden tones. So let me tell you, golden, it's actually called golden, this one here. I can't believe I've not even swatched these yet. So, was that one there? That one looks really nice, so I'm thinking about maybe using that. I'm not a lover of like these shades on this side, like the more cooler tones, but I will use them because I do want to do the review. So let's just use this shade here. It's called Golden, and normally I'd just put it on my finger, but I want to see what it looks like on my brush. So this one has come from Body Care, I had to think then. It's just one of the, like, they call them blending brushes, even though I don't see it as a blending brush. See it more as a packing on colour type brush. So yeah, I've just made sure that there's no colour on that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with Golden. It's quite pigmented there, isn't it? So it might actually be okay without putting my finger in it. So let's just, what I'm going to do I think is just dab it on. Let me just zoom you back. So let's just try dabbing it. Oh, it's not that pigmented. I'm definitely going to have to go in with my finger to make it more metallic. I mean, you could also wet your brush. There's just no pigment. I mean, there is a little bit. If you don't like a lot of pigment, then obviously don't do it, but I really, can you see how much more pigmented that is? And it would probably be even more pigmented if I wet my brush, which I don't think I'm going to do. I think putting the eyeshadow on with my finger is done okay. Brushes just don't work on like metallic eyeshadows. And I just keep building it and building it until I've got the right amount of pigmentation. This is pretty much the eye look, guys. I know it's really simple. I'm gonna use this brush here like for the inner corner highlight, and I'm not sure which one I'll use. I think I want to use the white shade, which is called what again? Collection. Just because that's just too pinky. Chocolatier is too pinky, so we're going to use this one here. It's quite icy, and then we're just going to pop that in the outer corner, inner corner should I say, same there, and then that's pretty much it. So now all I need to do is get my eyeliner and mascara, and we need to put some lipstick on. So right, so I've got two, one's neutral and one's a red. So normally, like with a look like this, like I was saying just then, I would normally go in with this. This is my Chanel, I always forget the name of it, Rouge Allure in Passion. It really is a beautiful shade, but like I said, it's normal for me to use this. So I might go in with a neutral shade. And this is the one that I've really been enjoying. It's from NYX. It's one of their lingerie shades, and this is a really unique lipstick. It kind of looks kind of purple. It's like a purplish undertone. It's called Embellishment. So let's just put this one on and see what this looks like. It might be too nude, and if that's the case, when it comes off, I mean, they do last a long time, but when it comes off, I'll put that red Chanel one on. It doesn't actually look too bad. I actually really like it with this look. Can you see how it's got a purple undertone? Yeah, it's a really nice lipstick, and they're really cheap as well. They're only £7 to buy, where this one is probably about 25 or something like that. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was quite a while back. And now I just try and stick to more drugstore lipsticks, just because they go bad, don't they? So, and they go bad quite quickly. And I put myself on a lipstick ban at the moment, just because I've got way too many lipsticks in my collection, and I'm also putting a collection of lipsticks that I want to declutter, so you'll get to see that very soon on the channel, and also a few other bits and pieces that I want to declutter out of my collection. It's just getting out of hand. I've done another kind of like a reorganisation in my everyday makeup drawers. You'll see that on Wednesday. I do need to buy, like, because I've taken some things, some like organisation things out of my everyday makeup drawer. I do need to find 2 or 3 maybe, yeah, 2 or 3 storage things for my everyday makeup drawer now. I was happy with it, and now I've gone and ruined it by basically switching everything around in my makeup collection, but it looks so much better. You'll see on Wednesday. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing you that. And I was like forgetting things when I was doing my weekly shop my stash, and I did it 2 weeks on the trot where I was forgetting to pull a foundation, so I've put that in my everyday makeup drawer, took it out of the acrylic drawers where it normally lives, and put it in my top drawer with like powders and things like that. So you will get to see that on Wednesday, as I've said. This is the look. Really like it. It's just right, going off this now, it is just full of shimmers. Can you see it? It's just full of shimmers. Not everyone wants a shimmer palette, so that is a con straight away. That it is all shimmer palette. I mean, some people might like that. For myself personally, I don't. So I've had to use 2 palettes just to create this look. And then I'm only using 2 eyeshadows from this palette, which is Golden, this one, and then Collection for the inner corner. So I've not really been able to try it out properly. I might do a 3 looks 1 palette with this, but again I'll have to use the Too Faced chocolate bar just for all the other shades. I mean, I probably used more in my Too Faced chocolate bar one. What did I use from here? Yeah, I used 3 shades from here. I used white chocolate, salted caramel, that's getting quite a big dip in it, and milk chocolate there. So it is good that I'm getting to use this because it is Project Pan. But also I would like, if I'm doing a try it Thursday and if I'm going to recommend things, I would prefer a palette to have matte shades in. I've got 7 or 8 of these palettes now, and this is the only one that I've found that doesn't have matte eyeshadows in. Let me just go and have a look at the one that I'm going to be reviewing next, because that's the last one in the collection, and just double check that that does have matte shades in it as well. Right, so this is the one that I'm going to be reviewing next week, and this one is the I Heart Makeup Death by Chocolate, and I've just looked at it. I'll show you what it looks like, and it does have matte shades in. It doesn't have a lot, granted. 1, 2, 3, 4 matte shades, but it's not an all shimmer palette, which is good. This palette isn't really me, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know why I bought it, because it's really cool toned, if like compared to all the other palettes I've got from the I Heart Makeup range. But I will be reviewing it. Thought the clasp had gone on that one as well. I will be reviewing it, and then I'll be letting you know my thoughts on the I Heart Makeup palettes, whether any are going to get decluttered from the collection. But for now, like I said, the only con with that palette, with the I Heart Makeup Golden Bar palette, is that it doesn't have any matte shades in it. I mean, it's got beautiful shimmers in it. Let's just get it. It's got beautiful shimmers in it. I'll show it you again. Cool tones and neutrals, so it is an ideal palette, but instead of maybe putting so many cool tones in, they should have maybe put a couple of mattes there, like transition shades and whatnot, because it is classed as a golden bar, and golden bar has all golds in, but obviously here you've got all your like cooler tones in. But I have only used it once. I've never used it before this. Never even really swatched it, I don't think. I may have swatched a couple of, I don't think I have. Because none of them shades look touched. That one obviously does, and I think maybe I swatched this shade here, but all the other shades look like I haven't even touched them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out a little bit more and playing with it a little bit more and giving you my thoughts on it, but I will be doing that in the review. I don't know if I'm going to do that for Lux One palette because it's just a bit of a pain in the butt really, having to use 2 palettes. So I'll have a think about that. Maybe you'll see a video with it, but yeah, I might not do it. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really does mean a lot that you have. If you've not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.